Parliament now because the Lands and Forestry Committee, as well as the Mines and Energy Committees, have been tasked by the House to look into the salt mining contract awarded to Electrochem Ghana Limited and advise the House on the possibility of allowing the local people mine alongside the company. A shooting incident in Sege in the Greater Accra region left one person dead and several others injured. The incident is reportedly rooted in the feud between Electrochem Ghana Limited and residents of Ada. MP for Sege, Christian Clotte, who delivered a statement on the floor of the House about the incident, asked Parliament to investigate the disturbances and also push to allow the indigents of Ada to benefit from the natural resources in their land.
It is extremely alarming that these hard-working individuals who are simply trying to make a living have become targets of violence. Mr. Speaker, the reports I received indicated that the residents were in their designated salt mining sites, a long-held sources of livelihood since 1960s. And all of a sudden, a team of young men from Electrochem Company and a police patrol team appear at the scene and try to seize their working tools, which resulted into firing of gun shots, killing one of them. The salt winners play vital roles in our local economy and should not have to live in fear while carrying out their work. Mr. Speaker, I further call upon the House to refer this unfortunate incident to the Defense and Interior Committee to probe these endless brutalities and make its finding known to the House. It is essential that we create an environment where every citizen can feel safe and secure.
For her part, the MP for Comfort, Doyo Okujo, whose constituency also affected by the violence, made a passionate appeal to the owner of Electrochem, that's Daniel Macaulay, popularly known as Magdan, to allow indigents to mine the salt alongside his company.
He has been allocated a place, allocated from Malabu to work there. Mr. Speaker, we can say we don't want investors, but my view is when you go to Ashanti region and there is land for gold, we also have that sort as white gold. And in the Ashanti region, they didn't give the whole allocation to Ashanti gold. There was space for the other people to do galamsey there. Mr. Speaker, Somo Lagoon, even our galamsey does not pollute water. They should give a space for some of the indigents so that they can also work to bring peace. Madam can also work. The indigents too should work.
And the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Joseph Osei, also directed two committees of the House to look into the salt mining contract awarded to Electrochem and whether it will be viable to renegotiate and allow locals to also mine. He also ordered Interior Minister Ambrose Derry to brief the House on the violence that claimed the life of one person in the community.
But I think the more critical issue is what is being raised by the Honourable Member for Ada. The natural resource is supposed to be for the state. But here are indigents living by this natural resource, feeding on it. Yes, it belongs to the state, but the state says I'm giving it to somebody else without regards to these other indigents. That's why I've been looking at the Constitution, how we can look at. I'll direct the Minister for Interior to brief the House about the incident, how violence came to be perpetrated in that, who shot into the crowd, whether the police or the security of the private company. The Minister of Interior should brief the House on that one. After that brief, if there's a need for the Committee of Defense and Interior to look further, we will give the appropriate directions. But I suggest that, I don't know whether it's lands and natural resource and mines and energy, to look at the whole leasehold agreement again and investigate and advise the House whether it is practicable to renegotiate and leave out some portion for the indigents, and whether, if that is done, whether that will affect the viability of the business or not. If not, advise.
Well, joining us on phone now is Bernard Tete, Chief Operating Officer of Electrochem. Thank you, sir, for your time here on the Pulse. So let's get to it. Parliament considering, a joint committee meeting on what happened within the community near your property. And also the suggestion and the move by some of the MPs is that you cede away a portion of your leased property to allow indigents to also carry out their mining activity. Is that something you would welcome as Electrochem on, the calls already going on within the House?
Yes, so thank you for the opportunity. So I think I would like to state that as a company, we favor the communities as well in everything that we do. So as a company, we have an internal policy where every community that's around the places where we have our operations, we create community crystallizing plants also for them. So wherever we create our commercial plants to produce salt, we create some for the community. And even as we speak now, there are about 3 or 4 communities that are already benefiting from this community arrangement. And so the idea that is being sent out as if Electrochem is here to take everything for itself and not get anything to the community, I believe that is strong falsehood. Yes, we have factored the community in everything we do, so that as we are producing ourselves, they also have a chance to also do this. Unfortunately, the incident that didn't happen, the area where the issue happened is an area where we were doing construction work that will benefit both us and also the community. Toflopo area is a place where we've already created about 10 crystallizing plants. Each plant has a size of about 5 to 10 acres. And we're clearing the place so that we create reservoirs to put in brine that we can feed their community plants also with. So it's an area to impact the community in everything we do. So we do not go with the idea that their concession should be renegotiated. Everything is going on well. They are operating, and as a responsible mining company, we have factored in the community and whatever.
Are you willing to appear before Parliament to, supply any additional information just to clear the air on this matter?
Yes, I believe management will sit and then make a decision on. And then I think we also have to state. I also have to state that the activities that as a company we are against are those who are mining illegally in the concession. Right. It's just like it's typical for any mining concession, gold mining concession that are given. There are standard ways of operation for the way every mine should operate. And for a salt mine as ours, we also have ours as well. And I mean, the concession belongs to the government. And so it legally gives it to any company that it deems fit to manage. And for us, we've been given that 50 years. We have factors in the community, in our operations, so that they can also mine legally within our concession. And there are plans for that are underway. If you look at the Minerals Act 703, salt has been classified as a mineral. So just like gold or bauxite or any other mineral, it falls under the government, and it can give to any company. But then our issue is that if anybody wants to mine within the concession, we are open to an agreement. Let's find out how we can do so legally within the boundaries of the law. And we have made arrangements for that. And so what we are against are those who are mining inside the lagoon itself, which is even against another person. Those who are mining or who are putting tarpaulin materials in the areas where the design are supposed to undergo construction work for proper soil to be produced in ways where both we as a company and also they as a community can all benefit from. So as a company, we embrace the community. And if you come around and you do research, you find that there are a number of people who are actually in support of what we are doing for them because they understand what we're doing. So I think as a company, we are planning to intensify our engagement. We have been doing that, but we're trying to intensify that together with all the other stakeholders, Minerals Commission, and all the other state agencies. They have been coming around to assist us in this. But I think we intensify that so that they all buy into the idea and get to understand that we are not here to take their livelihood away from them. But we are here legally, and although we are here legally, we do not want to enjoy the benefits alone, but then we have them in our policies. They are a part of what we do here. So we intensify that again.
Okay, grateful. Bernard Tetteh is Chief Operating Officer for Electrocom.